Hey guys, how's it going? My name is still Blackblade and welcome back to another brand new vlog series featuring the Shadow Lacerate build. Now, the Lacerate skill gem is actually a pretty interesting skill gem. It's like the marriage of Reeve and Cleave, and they had a baby. You'd get Lacerate. Now, what this does is it attacks when you're dual wielding. It attacks both your left and your right hand in a certain cone, and what deals the most damage there is, you know, the one in the middle. So the more AoE that you have, the more kind of angle you have while you're attacking with your lacerate, and that thing in the middle or where they overlap, you know, that's going to deal, you know, a much more damage. So adding AoE is actually a good idea for this build. So yeah, before we go into that, so let's get into the skill tree. Again, this is going to be a crit based build. So the Ascendancy class that we're going to be using or choosing is the Assassin. You know, it's very typical. You know, you get the ambush to get that 40% increase critical strike multipliers against enemies on full life, and then you get that 100% more critical strike chance against, you know, monsters in full life. Of course, passing through both critical strike chance multiplier over there, and then some more over here, and then finally getting the Assassinate, which, you know, will allow us to deal 30% increased damage against enemies when they are on low life. We get that 100% more critical strike chance against enemies on low life. Plus, we get that culling strike on a critical strike, which is absolutely awesome. It's going to allow you to farm much more faster. And then, of course, we're going to get the Unstable Infusion here. You know, it's going to be our free Romera's Banquet. You know, we get that power charge on a non-critical strike. I haven't actually done the end game labyrinth yet. So yeah, when I do, this is going to be much more powerful because we are going to get the Deadly Infusion. If you guys can, or if you guys have been able to finish the end game labyrinth and get 2 more points, highly suggest, of course, to get the Deadly Infusion. 8% critical strike multiplier per power charge. So if you have like 4, then, you know, that's a huge number. And then, of course, you get that 0.5% critical strike chance, additional 0.5% critical strike chance per power charge. So I'm actually really excited, and I'm still really frustrated because I haven't finished one. I did encounter one endgame labyrinth in the Gorge map, and it absolutely destroyed me. I wasn't ready for it. I thought it was going to be easy. Yeah, you know, it's really bad. Plus, I was having some problems when it comes to my desyncs. Like, you know, that time when you go through like one small area by using the whirling blades. I thought I went through 2 areas really fast, and then the game desynced, and then it put me right back where the traps are, and then the traps activated, and then I died. It's insane. They should really fix that. You know, I really thought that I was already past it, and I was almost at the end part of the map, and then boom, you know, I'm dead. Well, anyway, so let's get into the skill tree proper. Of course, we're gonna start with the Shadow. We're gonna get the physical damage and chaos nodes, chaos damage nodes over here. Ending with coordination, we took the sleight of hand over here and the wheel of blades. We went up to get some life nodes, the blood siphon over here, trickery, and then finally the assassination. And then we went over here to take some physical damage nodes, ending with fangs of the viper. We took the nullification over here for some 5% increase maximum life, and the additional +8 to all of our elemental resistances. The evasion rating is also good for the armor because we took the iron reflexes over there. So yeah. And then we went to the right side to take some life, the blood drinker nodes over there. And then we went down over here to take some evasion and elemental resistances nodes, ending with survivalist. We did take the critical strike chance and nodes over here, ending with heartseeker. This is going to be a sword build, so we did take the brutal blade and then the slashing combat, the herbalism here for some life. And then we went over to the left side to take the aspect of the panther, the finesse, and then all of the evasion life skill nodes from the ranger skill tree over here, ending with evasion life. Finally, and getting the heart of the oak over here, and then we went down over here to get some critical strike chance, critical strike multiplier for nodes, ending with fatal blade. And then we went over here to the right side to get the some more life nodes, ending with thick skin. We did go to the left side over here again to take the iron reflexes. We went up over here to take the golem's blood. We did take some additional jewel socket over here. Please pay no attention to the increased projectile speed. My main focus here is to just increase my life. I really want to get, as much as possible 4.8 or even 5k life through more levels and through socketed jewels. And simply because we're going to be using the Abysses for this build. It's a very, very dangerous helmet. So yeah, the build is a little bit of a glass cannon, but we'll talk about that later. And then we went up here to take the Dervish, the Art of the Gladiator, the Bravery, the Master of Arena, melee damage over here, and then finally taking Armor, Evasion, and then Life Notes over here. Now, we are at level 8, level 85, and when we get more levels, I'm gonna finish the getting some more Armor, Evasion, and Life Notes over here. Oh, and I forgot, we also went up over here to take an additional jewel socket. Of course, I was again increasing my life, so this is the highest increased maximum life that I could use, with some chances of knockbacks over there. And then we went up finally over here to take some life flasks and ending with profane chemistry. Again, we are at 85. At 86, I'm going to get the armor elevation life note over here. And then if I level up some more, I'm going to get the twin terrors over here to further increase our critical strike chances while we are dual wielding. Or you can go down over here, since we are dual wielding, we could get the ambidextry, which is also awesome. And then of course we have the blade barrier here if you want something more defensive, because you get that 3% additional block chance while dual wielding, some more block chances over here while dual wielding, and this is going to be good again, when it comes to defensive properties. When it comes to our when it comes to our gear, we are using the Maligar's Virtuosity for our gloves. Again, this is a crit build. For our belt, anything will do, just so long as you can max out your life, your resistances, and then get as much life as you can. For our boots, typical life and resist, amulet rings, life resist, and we have some mana leech over there. And then life and resist again for our next ring. The next ring is the next amulet is the Onyx amulet. This will allow us to basically not use any other skill nodes when it comes to getting additional 30 strength or additional intelligence. This basically meets all of our requirements. For armor, we are going to be using the Carcass Jack, of course, for the 20% increased radius area of skills. It's not really that important if you have a really good armor, 1.5 or 1.3k and above armor rating armor. You can use that instead. Again, for our helmet, we are going to be using the Abysses. Now, if you find yourself dying too much while using the Abysses, then I highly suggest that you just go with the Rat's Nest instead. You're not going to be doing that much damage, but it will still be okay. So that as much as possible, we're going to be using that. For our swords, I don't honestly have a good sword, but then I have this one, which has a pretty good global critical strike multiplier in there, a pretty good or a pretty decent physical damage. I wasn't able to, or I did not roll any faster attacks, but if you can, you get some faster attacks. And then of course some more global critical strike multiplier. And my other rapier is actually pretty shitty. As you can see, we have some elemental damage there, which I don't particularly like, but this is the next highest DPS sword that I have, so yeah, it's actually pretty bad, but it's okay. It's actually working pretty great. When it comes to what's attached to our Lacerate, that's going to be attached to faster attacks, multi-strike, and then increased area of effect, and then we have again increased critical strikes and increased critical damage. Now, the increased area of effect or the increased AOE is entirely optional. If you want to increase your melee damage some more, then just add an increased melee increased melee gem, DPS gem over there, or added fire damage. It's really up to you. But for me, I really want to take advantage of the distance of the Lacerate. That's why I chose the AOE, because without the AOE or the increased area of effect, the reach of the Lacerate is actually really reduced to to only up to here, and I really want to extend it as far as I can. So yeah, that's the only reason why I chose that. Of course, we have the typical combination of CWDT, Immortal Call, Increased Duration, and Molten Shell. And then we have, of course, our Ice Golem attached to Arctic Armor, Hatred, of course, just to further increase our damage exponentially. And then we have Minion's Life over there, so that our Ice Golem doesn't die that often. For our movement skill gems, we're going to be using Whirling Blades attached to faster attacks. And then we have Fortify over there. And then finally, we have Bladefall attached to CWDT and Life Leech, just to have a little bit more survivability. It's not really necessary, you can actually put whatever you want on this, maybe put some Val Haze if you want to. Go ahead and do so. And then finally, we have Blood Rage, Enduring Cry, CWDT, and then Assassin's Mark for our curse. For our flasks, I highly suggest that you guys get the Lion's Roar. This is going to be amazing because you get that knockback effect for 4.8 seconds. And during that effect, when monsters are really coming up to you really fast, you pop the flask and then you pop your lacerate, and then everybody would just be pushed backward, and you would eventually deal more DPS over time. So yeah, adding the Lion's Roar is actually pretty good. Not really necessary, but it's still pretty OP. In my opinion. And then finally, for our damage, we are doing 33.5k DPS. That goes up, once we get our power charges and our frenzies up to about 40k, which is already okay in my opinion. Our critical strike multiplier is at 837%, which is absolutely devastating. They are both at 837%. The critical strike chance is at 54.28%, and then the offhand is at 49.17, which is kind of meh, but considering that I'm already doing okay when it comes to clearing maps, I think that is already a good number. Of course, higher numbers are actually far better. If you can get higher numbers, then go ahead and get higher numbers. Finally, our armor is at 4.5k with an estimated physical damage reduction of 31%. Our life regeneration is at 169.6, which is already okay. All of our resistances are capped, and we have some stun, ignite, chill, freeze, and shock avoidance of 8%. Stun avoidance is at 28%. And we have our movement speed modifier at plus 7%. And the map that we're going to be doing is an arsenal map. It's a map, a map tier 12 map. It's your typical leveling map with a 25% more magic monsters mod over there, and another 28% more rare monsters mod. Alrighty then, let's get into doing the map. Woo! Alright then, here we go with the Arsenal map. Now, please forgive me if I don't get really cocky with this one, simply because of the Abyssus. The Abyssus does a huge return damage to you, so yeah, I don't really want to die. I've tried this map for about 5 times now, and I've died at least 3 times in all of those maps, simply because of stupidity. It's not because of the build, it's because I'm just a little bit dumb. I'm kind of one of those players who doesn't act really fast when it comes to dire situations. That's why I suck at FPS games, specifically if versus players and all. I'm really bad at quick thinking. Alrighty then, so as you can see, the build is we're actually tearing through monsters actually really fast over here. Considering that the map is a map tier 12 map, or tier 12, what the fuck am I saying? So superior elemental hit, nope, I don't want that, I already have that, or at least I do have something better. Please pay attention to the damage, as the damage will increase. Oh, almost died over there. As you can see, the DPS is now what, 64,000? So I do apologize. I thought that it was only at about 40k, but it seems that it's at 60,000, which is actually pretty good, or 60k I should say. Oh, why do I keep on forgetting? Oh my god, I keep on forgetting my endurance charges. That's really important. Oh fuck, I casted it the wrong time. Alright, so we have some tormented something over here. I'm gonna get the greaves over there, and I'm gonna go back with on the items later on. Okay, frostbearers. It's a good thing I saw those sons of bitches, because sometimes when you're playing a game and when I'm playing this game, I kind of don't pay attention. That's actually wrong on my part. So yeah, sometimes I don't pay attention to the monster mods. So yeah, so that's one of the primary reasons why I die. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to be close when it comes to dealing with this guy. And that guy is already dead. Okay, I do hope I get some really good drops. That's the only thing that I don't I really regret with this build, is that I don't have I don't have a good sword. You know, these two are the only good swords that I could muster when it comes to self farming. I haven't been into the trade channel as much yet, because yeah, I really don't have that much time. You know, I have to build or rebuild some builds that I've previously done, and yeah, so it is quite dangerous. Alright, so we have a 6 socket over there. Boy, I thought it was a 6 link, but yeah, hey, I'll take what I can get. And we have the chromatic chrome over there. Alrighty then, so the boss may be somewhere. I don't know where the boss is. So as you can see, you know, considering that I don't have a good pair of swords or sets of swords, the build is completely shredding every monsters here, like really insanely fast. And you know, I've been leveling really fast. The first time that I made this build, it was like my level was at about 78, I think, and then it was really fast. You know, I was able to reach 85 like absolutely insanely fast. Right then, so the boss may be on the lower left side, so let's go over there. So yeah, it's really fun. I'm not gonna compare this to Reeve because I haven't actually done a Reeve build yet. But I will do, you know, if I find the time. I will try to build one. Oh. Yeah, it's a bit of a sometimes I forget that it's a glass cannon, and the best way to actually play this is not what I did a while ago, but to actually keep them at a distance in front of you, and not be like an idiot like me and go into the fray. You know, you want to take advantage of that sort of distance that you have. Okay, is this the boss? No, this is not yet the boss. This is not yet the boss. But yeah, it's you know, it's really satisfying. You know, I think they fixed the sound on this game, and it's really satisfying when you kill a horde of enemies with this. I don't know, there's just something about it. Oh, we have a flying knife over there. Let's try and get that. And is this the boss? Alright, so this is the boss. Alright, I have the boss alone, and I'm gonna attempt to just push him back with my granite flasks. As you can see, he's being just pushed back over there. He's now in the corner, and he's now dead. Alright then, so we didn't get any unique. Are there any more monsters? Let's just kill all of the remaining monsters over here. Okay, so there are no more monsters. Alright then, so that's about it for this episode, guys. Again, let me know what you guys think about the build in the comment section down below. And thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm gonna see you guys on the next part of my video. Have a good one. There we go. So you just let them basically kill everyone on the screen, and just don't go near the boss. Alright, the boss is almost dead.